Hello and welcome back to another little Doctor Who review. This time we are going to go through various Cybermen and also the Cyber Controller on the throne, and there is also a Cyber Leader in this mix as well. If we start off with the Cybermen, really, because that's the majority of them. There is a few paint variations on some, especially with the darker paint as well. There is a few here. Some have got actual gun arms and some haven't as well. I can't remember what series, whether it was David Tennant, maybe Matt Smith as well. I'm not really too sure. So if you know variations, ones with gun arms, one without, drop a comment down below for us. With the actual articulation on these Cybermen though, they are on a bit of a ball joint on the arms, but they are restricted because of the moulding of the shoulder part is a bit too much far over. They do have a ball joint on the actual elbow, and the hands do twist to 360. There is no waist articulation as such. It's like the chest wiggles a bit, that's mainly it. The legs do go back and forth, and they are also on a ball joint, so they splay out a bit. And then the knee has an articulation on it, and so does the actual feet. Each one, there is subtle, and I mean subtle, variations, but I think it's just really how they've been painted, really. Some of them have got a bit more darker paint in areas as well, and the shading on the actual chest plate. But here's just a little cheeky 360 of the Cyberman without the actual gun arms as well. So you'll notice round the back, even down to the waist, with the detailing of them, they've really hit the mark with each one. You've got some of the piping going round on the legs, and also the bicep of the arm as well. I think that's why they haven't got obviously bicep twists or thigh twists or anything, because of the added on features. Here is one of the subtle variations with the Cyberman with the gun arm as well. So like I say, paint applications are a little bit darker, and the waist on it is a more lighter type of grey as well. But it's the same thing with articulation wise on the bicep and the thigh. Because of that pipe and detail, it would be very restricted to put that on there. Here we have the actual Cyber Leader. Now, although at a distance really it is another basic Cyberman, on the head mould the actual bars on the head are painted black to obviously make it more distinctive that this one is the leader. Some of the hand moulds as well have got different moulding. This one is actually pointing out, so he's got a little pointing hand as well. Now, his chest piece, this did have a disc in it, so it was literally the normal Cyberman type of chest piece, but it popped out to just reveal some of the little circuitry going on underneath. But like I say, it's popped out and I cannot find it anywhere at all. This one is the actual destroyed Cyberman, obviously with his legs and one of his arm as well. I believe when I first got this, it had a little hologram sticker on. It was limited at the time to a certain amount. But then I think it was like 6 months later you could pick them up anywhere. I always had self-doubts of whether I should take it out the pack because of this hologram sticker. But then, like I say, they were everywhere. Eventually, they were even sold in sets of other Cybermen, I believe, as well. But with the paint applications, just bring them in a little bit more close for you. So he's a lot more dark type of matte finish on this, but it's just the detailing with the actual circuits and stuff where his legs have been blown off or his arm has been blown off as well. Now the last one we've got is the actual cyber controller sitting on the throne. So as this is just doing a little 360, it's just to highlight some of the details around the sides and the actual back with all the tubing and the wiring still as well. I mean, although there's no articulation in the actual tubing or anything, they're not flexible. They are quite a hard mould for it. But it's just the paint applications that set it out in real detail, to be fair. While the controller is actually coming round, I'll give it a little flick and stop. So the detailing from the normal Cybermen, the cyber controller's hands are splayed out a little bit more as well. The finish is kind enough the same, and it is the exact same articulation as the normal other Cybermen. The added detail is obviously the head sculpt and the actual chest piece. The added mould sculptures is the head and the chest piece. Now with the head and the paint application, you've got them piercing blue eyes, but the plastic finish is opaque, like type of see-through, so you can see his brain in there as well. Other little added details is that his chest plate has all of these little knoblets going on. So, and that is for the tubing to peg in. So he sits there on his little throne. So he has 3 up either side. And the actual tubing, you've just got little holes in where they all plug in. And there you have it. So the cyber controller on his throne, the cyber leader, and the various Cybermen. That was released with, I think, the 10th Doctor era. So let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Drop us a comment, what you think of them. While you're there dropping them comments, do the usual with the likes, the subs, and give that little bell a slap and tickle. But thanks for checking in on this one, and I will see you on the next. Take care.